Good morning, everyone. I'm going to take 10 minutes of your time this morning to talk about a very serious issue. Young people carrying knives and sharp weapons. The good news is that violent crime has fallen by a third in the last 10 years, and serious youth violence remains generally rare. However, there has been an alarming increase in the number of young people who are choosing to carry knives or sharp weapons in our city. West Midlands Police report that they are dealing with 14 instances of knife crime every single day. We can all agree that one single life lost is too many, and unfortunately in the last year 262 people were murdered with a knife or a sharp weapon, including 24 young people under the age of 17 years old. We all have the choice to say no to carrying knives and all sharp weapons. Stabbings and violent crime by young people affect lives across the UK, but together, young people are choosing to stop it destroying lives. Your family and friends are the most important thing, and bad choices can affect them just as much as they affect you. So today, we are all going to make the right choice and commit to never carrying a knife or a sharp weapon. 96% of young people who make the bad decision to carry a knife or a sharp weapon reported that they have no intention of ever using it to hurt somebody else. By far the most common reason that young people gave for carrying a knife is that they felt unsafe and wanted to protect themselves. However, the fact is that simply having a knife or a sharp weapon on your person can have incredibly serious consequences. Firstly, the statistics show that instead of keeping you safe, carrying a weapon of any sort makes you far more likely to end up a victim of violent crime yourself. Knives cause violence, they do not solve it. Secondly, the law does not accept self-protection or any other excuse for carrying a knife or a sharp weapon, and the courts are required to assume that anyone who is carrying one is intending to hurt somebody else. For this reason, the punishments for carrying a knife or a sharp weapon are very severe and can result in prison time, even for children under the age of 17. We're going to watch a short video now which tells the story of a young man who found himself in prison for allowing himself to be around other people with knives. Form tutors, please pause this video and play the link now. Can you imagine finding yourself in that situation? Locked away for 7 years for making one bad choice. Separated from your family and your friends, losing your freedom and damaging your future when all you had to do was walk away. Surely we can all agree that it's simply not worth the risk. Throughout this assembly, you've heard me repeatedly use the phrase knives and sharp weapons. I've used this phrase deliberately, because sometimes we can fall into the trap of thinking that a knife is a great big blade with a handle like something that you might use in the kitchen. However, the law says that a weapon is defined as anything made or adapted for use to cause injury. That means that something as simple as a pencil sharpener blade pushed into an old highlighter like the one on the screen would be seen by the police as an offensive weapon, and someone carrying this could find themselves in very serious trouble. Knives destroy lives. We all have a choice to make. So here are a few simple rules to follow to keep yourself and your family safe. Carrying a knife could cost you your life, or at the very least your freedom. If you're thinking about picking one up, think again. If you are ever worried about your safety for any reason, speak to an adult that you trust, at home or at school, and get some help. The facts show that carrying a weapon does not make you safer. If you find yourself in a group and you know that there are weapons around, or you see one anywhere, have the courage to remove yourself from that situation and from that group. Never allow somebody else's bad choices to damage your life. I know that 99.9% of you would never even consider carrying a weapon. But if you ever find yourself thinking about making the wrong choice, remember this assembly and walk away empty-handed and safe. Finally, I'll end this assembly with a reminder that anyone found with a knife, a sharp object, or any other form of weapon at school will automatically be excluded from the academy and the police will be called. This is the law, and we will do whatever is required to protect our students and our community. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful, safe weekend.